That is tonight's chapter. So give me 2 seconds to get my shit together. I'm probably the worst reader on the planet, so just excuse me. If you heard the audio version, you were just like, God, who the fuck let him do this? I couldn't get Betty White, so there you go. I fucking really tried too. You want to talk about some envy? I was just like, come on. This is so awesome. This is from the envy chapter. This is page 136 for those of you following along at home. Wanting something better. Well, hell, that's the American way, right? Envy puts hollow points in raw, pulpy hope and leaves you armed with a life gun you can use to blow big holes in listlessness. And why not? If dreams are to be believed in this country, they are community property, a visceral birthright they hand out in the hospital with red, white, and blue pacifiers. All we need is a little raising so we know what to do with all that shiny freedom. Part of that rearing process is a healthy dose of envy. I do not know about you, but there's so much stuff I want, and most of it resembles shit that someone already has. So why should I not want what someone else has? Just because it belongs to them, it does not mean more aren't being made in various sizes. Even if it is one of a kind, there's always some shithouse shack somewhere selling losers like me knockoff replicas that smell like cornmeal and melt in the rain. Commercials are romantic comedies designed to make the consumer envious of the people and the product. The prettier the person, the more you really need those pants. Billboards look like subliminal messages, your own personal covetous strobe light if you drive fast like me, and their sole purpose is to dose you with fleeting glimpses of shit you do not have or have not seen. So you find yourself wanting shit you never knew you wanted. You become a Manchurian candidate at Macy's, ready to walk away with the hand soap and the lotion. We are bombarded with things to covet morning, noon, and midnight madness sales until it becomes commonplace. But that is my point. I do not believe envy is all that bad. And in this country or any other, how can you not feel envious? We are all made to feel inadequate and wanton from invisible promises and dark shadows. Back alley bliss can be yours if the avarice is right. We are outsmarted and outflanked by thoughts that are not even ours, and these motherfuckers expect us to be virtuous? Holy hog fucker, how do you say eat my creamy asshole in Latin? I really wish I knew how. It'd be some fucking serious shit. Envy has its ugly mornings, but it can lead to ridiculous quirks as well. For instance, I have a weird fascination about what people keep in their refrigerators, especially in California. I do not know why. I will be at someone's house and I will find myself in their kitchen. Next thing you know, the fridge door is wide open and I am bent over with my face buried deep inside its contents. Get your head out of the gutter. We already covered lust, you perverts. I have no clue what it is, but I am just curious to see what is in there. What is it about the way people group their produce or stack their lunch meat or organize their beverages? I touch stuff. I pick something up and put it back. I also smell everything. To me, a loaded fridge in the 818 is like a video game. I will jump right in and play whether I know what the plot is or not. Then there are the people with lavish homes and expensive cars who like nothing in their ice boxes. These people are so wealthy that they eat out exclusively. So they deck out their rig with a few key items: mustard, half jar of pickles, empty paper wrapper, stick of butter, and a box of Arm & Hammer baking soda in case both things go bad. What the fuck? You almost have to try to be this eclectic. Poor people and college kids have this kind of shit in their fridges, not rich folk. I think it is a subliminal tactic to make people think they are less well off than they really are. By keeping a broke-ass refrigerator, you are hoping people will feel sorry for you. That's all well and good, but you cannot pull this off in Beverly Hills. I am, quite frankly, one of the most envious people on the grounds right now. If envy really makes you green, I would be the Incredible Hulk ripping through Manhattan. I am competitive, brazen, pissed off, and scrambling for all I can get. So in my eyes, envy is not a sin because it is the gust of wind in my sails. I get 3 times as much done because I want to have everything available. Greed and envy are doing a little hoedown in my shit shack, and I am the auctioneer calling out moves and getting it done. But even if I have limits, even I have limits when it comes to checking things off of the Craigslist in my soul. These days, people treat kudos and appreciation like fact and recitation. In a world so two-faced that it talks out of both sides of its mouth, awards and accolades have become a queer sort of compensation, and I, for one, am here to say it is bullshit. Grammys, Emmys, Oscars, AMAs, Tonys, ESPYs. You know, people used to be able to feel good about stuff like this. But in the last few years, corruption has eroded the confidence of even the most ardent believers. People ask me all the time what it feels like to win a Grammy. I tell them I couldn't care less. Why should I give a shit about their Grammy Awards? All you need to know about this farce, you can find out by looking at the categories. There are shit tons of awards for pop, hip-hop, country, even Christian contemporary. Most times, some categories allow for genres to overlap. There are even several technical categories, and deservedly so. A lot of times, the people in this industry forget who does the grunt work, so good for them. However, there is one metal category. One metal category. Winning the metal Grammy tends to make you feel like a healthy leper. Sure, you feel great for a second, but you are still fucked at the end of the day. One can make the argument that because there is only one medal award, by winning, you are elite and even more special than all the rest. Then why even have as many categories as they do? The whole point is to feel special, to feel like you have accomplished something no one could in that moment. These days, the latest flash-in-the-pan wannabe, untalented hack stain will walk away with an armful of these glorified doorstops to the tune of praises sung by fake flattery. In an era when the very words we use are accused of being lies, what does that say about an award show aligned against half the competition? Besides, I do not put a lot of stock in awards. I put my stock in the commodity that keeps you where you are and blesses you with opportunities to practice what you preach. I put my stock in the fans because they are putting their faith in me. And that is from the Envy chapter right there.